channel and a spring update. Yahoo! Spring for me really starts out here on the sun deck, tidying it up, dusting it. It gets a lot of dust in the cracks and on the ledges, so we do a ton of cleaning and sanitizing out here so that we can enjoy those mornings and evenings out on the sun deck, which makes it so nice, and it just really brings in spring. We are literally sitting at plus 8 degrees today Celsius, which is so nice. Tomorrow is a high of 14 and then 13, and then the week after it's going to get down into the negatives again. It'll be kind of cold, but I still feel like it's very spring is in the air. Come on with me, I'm going to take you outside and we're going to look around the yard, talk about the things we want to update, kind of where the plants are at, which there's not a whole lot of plants, it's just a lot of cleanup. But I will fill you in on what the yard looks like, and yeah, we'll just have a little garden tour. This is my front garden little area, and we are just going to trim this little tree bush. I don't even know what it is. Not the lilac bush. We're just going to trim this little bush that comes back every year, and the dead stuff is just dead, so we're going to trim it up. In this area you can see the strawberry plant coming hiding underneath here with all its little green growth. So it survived another winter here in the front. Hopefully it'll do really well here again. We hooked up a drip line over to this way and it made a big difference. There were a couple other strawberry plants in this area, but they keep to seem dying on me in this spot. Maybe this one did all right. We'll see. Hopefully, I really would like them to come back in this spot. I think would be really nice area for the kids to just come and grab and go. This was our new beautiful door that we got. We got new windows and doors. And this is the color I went with. I know you're all going to be green with envy. It's so pretty. And it's got this really nice wood grain to it. So it's, I paid the extra money to have it painted, but then I wanted it to have like kind of a still natural look. So it has a nice little wood grain look to it. The other side is just white to match, to blend in with my house a lot nicer. And then this window is not see-through, I don't know, clouded. So I chose this clouding, which I thought looked very nice. You can't really see in, but it lets in so much more light now, which is lovely. Like, I constantly think the door's open because there's so much more light in the entranceway. It's very nice. Got my stylish hot green rubber boots for spring. It's a short season that they get to come out in. I feel like we have winter and then we have quick spring, and then all of a sudden it's like hot. So hot and dry. So we'll see how long I get to wear these babies. this year. So you know it's spring because I've been letting my chickens out, and all along the side of the house those silly girls have been digging and scratching. So I just put down some grass seed and a little bit of dirt that I got from the farm just to try and fill in the holes so it looks a little better, but it looked terrible earlier. There is the raspberry planter, and you can see that the raspberries, they are very invasive. If you plant raspberries, be aware, but you can see them growing. They're growing from the ground here, not from in the planter. And we even put tarping at the bottom of this raised garden bed, and they grew through it. So, like I said, they are very invasive. I mean, I'm happy, I love raspberries, so if they take over, it's fine. I expect that. And I have two different kinds of raspberries in here. One of them grows from like a root stump, and I have to clip it. It's somewhere in here. I think it's in here, like these ones. I can't remember. Might be this one. I'll have to look. But I think it's going to be this one. So some of the canes will die, and I have to clip them back and pull it out. And then I have other canes that will come back and should grow on their own. So I did plant two different kinds in here. So the ones where the canes, you leave the canes and they start to grow again in the spring, those ones I feel like are like a midsummer that they're ripening. And then the other one where I have to clip it back and then it has to start basically from the root, that one is a late summer bloomer, and then I get the fruit in the late summer. So it's kind of nice having two different varieties, two different flavors. I got some more dead plants here I got to clean up from last season, like some snapdragons and stuff that I just let die off. Then over here, some more snapdragons that need to be cleaned out. This is our little blueberry bush. I had some mulch that I snagged off a friend who wanted to get rid of their mulch, so I took like bins of it, and I thought maybe this will help the blueberry over the winter, so I super mulched it, and I had to gate it in to keep the chickens off of it. So, I mean, last summer we got a couple blueberries, so hopefully it'll be good this summer too. And as you can see in behind here, I left the drip line all season long. So the drip line is all still here, and it was so nice because you hook the drip line up, turn it on for 10 minutes, and it waters everything. And like you can see, it goes all the way around, all the way this way, and then over towards this garden box here. So it was so nice because I wasn't carrying buckets, and this corner is really hard to get to with the hoses. I have two outdoor taps, but this spot is just really far. But this is the spot the kids eat the most out of, I would say. We had like beans here, so we were picking beans and peas like crazy. And then this spot, I had turned it into another strawberry patch. So we'll see if they come back. But I did plant an asparagus here. There was such a nice dude at Sunflower Farms. You gotta check out that video. I'll put the link in the description. But he was so nice. They grow asparagus there, and he had like, I don't even know, 13-year-old asparagus plants, and he was like, I'll just give you some. It was so nice. I mean, we bought like $100 worth of raspberries, mind you, and it was an awesome raspberry U-pick that I would love to go to again. But he gave me a couple asparagus roots that I planted here, so I'm really hoping that they will take this season. Some dead marigolds and chives that I just got to clip I just got to clean it up here. And we saved a ton of marigold seeds, which they are so easy. So I think I will put that video up later in the season, probably in the fall, and you guys can see how easy it is to collect your own marigold seeds. Like, I don't do a lot of seed collecting, but this is like the first thing I collected, and it was awesome. Hey. And you know it's spring because this area is a sopping wet ice mess. This is north facing, north is that way, so, and south is that way. So this spot does not get a lot of sun, so it is continuously wet and icy for quite a while. It's actually doing pretty good considering all things. We are getting warm here, so it's a lot nicer. And this is just a sopping wet, disgusting mess. Don't look too hard. It's so gross. I just want to clean it up constantly or put rocks. Hi, chickens! The chicken coop is a filthy, wet mess. I put some straw down in there, but the girls are still really wet. And the girls right now, you have to be babysat when you come out, don't you girls? Because they do so much scratching in the spring, and I really want some grass seed to take, and I'm usually more on the girls. You gonna come out for a little bit, girls? I'm hoping it'll dry up soon because I don't have any more straw I can put in. You just have to tough it through. So we put this old railing in here for them to stand on. So they really like to perch up on that. And then over this way towards the shed, this was our huge garden plot last season with corn and tomatoes, and it did phenomenal. Like, it was so fun. And pumpkins, sorry, corn and tomatoes and pumpkins. The pumpkins like spewed out and over. It was lovely. So I don't know what we're gonna do this year. I think not corn. I don't know, I'm indecisive. I really want to go like hard on peppers this year, like go hard on pepper plants. I think could be really fun. We had way too many tomato plants last year, but it was awesome still. We got loads of tomato recipes out of it. More sopping wet mess. Okay, and then we opened up our fence here between us and the neighbor because we were going back here so often to water stuff. Ooh, you definitely need rubber boots. But I planted a whole bunch of tomatoes in here last season because I just had so many. So we'll probably do something similar again. This is my rhubarb. Look it, it's coming. Get out of that camera strap. I know it's overwintered for sure. That sucker is hardy. It's gonna come back. This is the root here. I can see like this little leaf growth from last season. It'll come slowly. But it did so well here. It was spreading out. Okay, and then the rest of this, like I'm really indecisive. I don't know how you guys feel about having plants like right next to your house. I'm kind of torn because I don't want to be watering right next to my house, because if you have a foundation issue and you're watering there all the time, I just don't know if it's a good idea. But this was our strawberry, our new strawberry patch, because the strawberries do better in the ground, not in a raised garden bed for overwintering. I planted a whole bunch here and they hardly produced any fruit. This is a very dark corner for them, but at least they're all still here. So if I have to, I might take from this spot and transplant them. But yeah, see, it's like got this fence and like, yeah, they're not gonna get much for sunlight right there, but hopefully they overwintered. And then all along the house, I planted sunflowers for the chickens, which was really nice. They didn't really flower till quite a bit later, and they all fell over. So I think it would be a better spot for like tomatoes, perhaps. Oh, I caught you girls in the act. Get out of there. Stop scratching. Okay, girls, seriously. Go on, you silly girls. Mommy doesn't want you scratching at the ground so bad. We just let you out for a minute. Literally a minute. Go back in now. Done. Sheesh. Okay, this spot, I was trying to protect it. I wanted to plant some shade plants here because the chickens have been scratching up this grass anyway. So I planted a fern, and I'm hoping it'll kind of take off because they're typically a shade plant, but it's very shady in this corner. Mostly moss grows right there. We're gonna have to clean up this zone here. We've been barricading the kids' playhouse so it was less windy in the winter. We have our big tank to collect the water. And this even came off during a storm, so Tyler had to come out in the middle of a storm and reattach it. And I really want to repaint this sun deck because it just looks really gross, this wood. We had the sun deck installed in 2021, and I love the sun deck. I absolutely love it. But I want to clean this up. And then what I would like to do, what we're thinking, is we're building a rock climbing wall right here, and then it hides some of the mess too. I don't know, what do you guys think? We're really indecisive about what to do with this area, how to like hide it but still make it a functional space. I think a bouldering wall could just be like really fun, and it'll mostly just hide the mess. Got my other pot here that had a tomato plant, and like, yeah, the drip line is all set up still to go. I heard you can leave it all season, so we tried it. I'd like to get some new wiring or just some nicer looking wire or lattice or something that'll look good. And here's the way the drip line comes. Then what we did is on this corner here, we buried it underneath just so it's less of a tripping hazard. Right now it's unhooked, but then you can hook it up to the tap direct, which is really nice. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first Homesteading in the City update for our spring update of this year, and I look forward to sharing all of our fun garden plans coming up with you.